And I want to let my fellow Republicans in on the secret. The Democrats are as patriotic as us. They love this country just as much as we do. And they are as eager to defend American values at home and abroad as we conservatives have ever been. I was relieved to discover that because I've learned something about my party too, something I couldn't ignore. The Republican Party is no longer conservative. It has switched its allegiance from the principles that gave it purpose to a man whose only purpose is himself. Donald Trump is a weak man pretending to be strong. He is a small man pretending to be big. He's a faithless man pretending to be righteous. He's a perpetrator who can't stop playing the victim. He puts on quite a show, but there is no real strength there. As a conservative and a veteran, I believe true strength lies in defending the vulnerable. It's in protecting your family. It's in standing up for our Constitution and our democracy. That is the soul of being a conservative. It used to be the soul of being a Republican, but Donald Trump has suffocated the soul of the Republican Party. Well, hey, everybody. I think I'm up, yeah. It's great to sort of see you, kind of like, I guess, see you in spirit, but thanks for joining. It's good to be with you. It's safe to say that a lot has changed since the last time we've convened. A lot's happened in politics. It feels like it was 8 years ago, but I guess it was a couple months. When you last heard from me, Joe Biden was still the candidate, but today here we are, and our mission at Country First remains completely unchanged. Since the vice president has stepped up, I've been clear about where I stand, and I've helped to lead the Republicans for Harris initiative worldwide. I was proud to speak at the Democratic National Convention last week, and I'm going to continue to call on Republicans, independents, and Democrats alike to put country before party and to defend democracy on the ballot. I hope you join me on that. I'll just also say what a great time I had at the DNC. It was really amazing to me just to watch people that were proud of their country. They didn't use patriotism as a cloak to cover up hate and division. They used patriotism legitimately because they were proud of America. And to me, that was great to see. Everybody, of course, was really nice to me, but I'm not trying to be like Donald Trump there and say everybody was super nice. But myself and Sophia had a really good time at it. So if anybody is on that was there, thanks for making us feel welcome. Just a reminder, since launching Country First, I've always said it would take an uneasy alliance to rid our country of extremism. To be honest, though, I don't find it that hard to stand against a convicted felon, a wannabe dictator, and honestly, just like a whiny old man. I've spoken with a lot of pro-democracy Republicans who've stood with me through January 6th, who stood with me through the second impeachment trial, and who've been part of this movement since the beginning. And they're also, and some of them are scared to come out and support the vice president. I mean, yeah, the Democrats made an 11th hour change, but that's because they know the seriousness of where we are today, and they're focused on doing what's right for the country. So to all of my Republicans out there that are listening and might be afraid to take another stand for truth, look, don't get tired and stop now. I mean, we see the finish line, although there's going to be plenty more to fight for after that. But In the near term, we see that we need you, and we have to remember why we've spoken out time and time again. Let's just be really clear. Donald Trump is not fit to be president. He can't complete sentences at his rallies. He continues to embrace conspiracies and lies. He just got RFK, so, the king of conspiracies. He continues to blatantly use the Republican Party for him and his family's own benefit, and will use the instruments of government to do the same thing. We saw him do it before. There's no reason to think not only will he just do it again, but he'll be completely unhinged and even more bold. I hope everyone in the Country First movement is ready for the fall. From now to November, my team and I will be providing you with opportunities to make a difference and to take action. It's very simple. You can sign up to become a poll worker. You could help get others to register to vote, or you can help to target swing state voters to turn out and defend democracy. So it's just like we sit around and we're trying to figure out, what is it we need to do? Where do we need to go? Well, we've designed an organizer starter pack as we prepare to hit the ground running. We also are asking everyone at home who'll be joining us on volunteer action days to get one so that you'll be ready. All funds raised from the Country First Organizer Starting Pack will go directly to fueling the movement and our efforts taking on Donald Trump and MAGA this November. I want to thank all of you for being part of this movement and the Country First family for the last 3 years. When I think back to how this started, I probably never could have predicted where this was going to go. The number of people that we would have standing together, standing with each other. I know we're all ready to go. So let's just do this together. Let's defend this country that we all know and we all love. Right now, I want to share a video I just made that's been broadcasted nationwide. You'll see more of this kind of stuff. This is part of what we're going to do, especially in the swing states through the fall. Remember, when Donald Trump wanted to make age an issue in this election, all he would talk about is that Joe Biden was older. Well, that is fair game now. And it's fair game to point out his age and his cognitive decline. So we'll play that video for you. And then I think Andrew's coming on next. But I just want to say to all of you, thank you. Have a wonderful night. And I look forward to marching through to victory with you. Donald Trump, we all know it. We all see it. And no amount of Hulk Hogan, highly produced concerts, or spoon-fed chants can hide the truth. Trump is old. Reading a transcript of Donald Trump's speeches shows a man who cannot form a sentence or complete a thought.
He said there's no problem with sharks. They just didn't really understand a young woman swimming now really got decimated, and other people too. A lot of shark attacks. So I said, so there's a shark 10 yards away from the boat.
Father Time catches up with everyone, and it's caught up to Donald Trump. Bill Clinton was born in 1946 and won the presidency in 1992, 32 years ago. Donald Trump was born in 1946 and wants to be president in 2024. On the heels of the RNC and the events of the past few weeks, nothing has been more clear. Republicans are stuck with the old candidate. Joe Biden recognized his limitations and chose unity. That's a selfless, humble, and honorable act as a leader. Would Donald do the same? It's time Republicans recognize our limitations. It's him. Trump is holding the Republican Party in the past. We cannot have another 4 years of chaos, dissent, and finger-pointing. We need to move forward together with a shared vision for a better and more unified America.
Wow, I love that video. Hey everyone, so great to also be here tonight with all of you. I'm very excited. As the congressman said, now is time for all of us to start gearing up. So on behalf of everyone working behind the scenes throughout the Country First movement, we just want to invite you to join us in the months ahead as we take on Donald Trump and MAGA. So there's going to be team gatherings coming up. Our team gatherings are organized by region, and that's where folks are getting together and planning voter registration drives. I know that our volunteer leads are planning that both virtually and in person. We have special days of action coming up from now to November, and so we want to get y'all activated. We want you to join in, and again, there's a way for everyone to get involved, whether that be from home in a virtual capacity or at a destination near you. Our book club is thriving. It's a great place to, to center yourself as start answering those questions. Why is what's happening in our country happening today? And our book club sessions host a lot of thought-provoking authors and discussions, and it's a special group, and I really do love sitting in on a lot of their sessions. So sign up for our book club. I know we have one coming up very soon. Also, if you want to learn how to plan your own volunteer activation summit, that means maybe hosting a dinner party, telling people why they should help fill poll worker vacancies or why they should help get others registered to vote. We'd love to see these kind of events happening, and we are, excited and thankful to all the volunteers that have reached out to our team and asked for support in planning your own volunteer activation summit. And just want to thank everyone who has either bought a swag item or have made a donation that really helps fuel this movement, keep the lights on, and helps us increase our impact nationwide. But with that, next month is September, and as y'all know, we have our annual Dash for Democracy. Last year, it was our first one. This year's our second one, and we have a lot more coming to you. What is the Dash for Democracy? Well, it's going to be basically a little over a week long of special events, special content, special ways for you to celebrate democracy. That's from honoring the Day of Remembrance on 9/11 to celebrating the International Day of Democracy on September 15th. To celebrating National Constitution Day. In between all of that, there's going to be unique events, again, to get voters registered, to recruit folks for poll working, but also for you to share your story about what you want for the country moving forward in November and after. So please save the date. We have exciting events, special guests in store, and we're excited to tell you all more about it in the weeks ahead. But with that, I just want to again thank everyone for your continuous commitment to this movement. Congressman Kinzinger said it best, we wouldn't be here without all of y'all, and we're just so grateful for everybody that's been part of the Country First family since 2021. And so with that, we're about to go into a 5-minute intermission. Right now, we're about to open up these breakout rooms where you can meet Country First members from all across the country, hear what's going on their mind. What do they think after the riveting speech from the congressman last week at the Democratic National Convention in Chicago? How are folks feeling now that we do have a new candidate in the Democratic Party, and how folks are feeling as we approach November? And there's also going to be a lot of other topics explored. We have volunteer lead facilitators that will be leading these rooms. So please go to country1st.com/breakout. The rooms will open up in 5 minutes.